Food is delicious.
Give me some.
It's delicious. I mean, who doesn't love food? I mean, if you don't love food, you must not.
You must be dead.
Okay, you must be dead if you don't love food.
So I'm Angel.
I'm Tanya.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to you about a topic in bio.
It is a very serious topic about evaluating the health risks of food.
Food! According to our Biology 2014 edition of the Oxford IB Diploma Program, there are many claims of food. Some cases have found food to be a health benefit, while other claims that the food is harmful. However, usually we don't care. We just eat what tastes good. But many claims have found to be untrue when they're tested scientifically. It's actually easy to test claims about the effects of diets in health using laboratory animals. Animals don't really have an option in this because they're either brought in or forced in because, you can't really talk to animals. You can't just be like, hey bro, can I use you in our experiment? And I'll just be like,
They can't tell you that.
So they're just forced into the laboratory of such experiments. And so animals are actually bred and grouped with the same age, sex, and state of health, and then they will be used for the experiments. So scientists actually control the variables and not just like diet. They can control
their lives.
the lives of such innocent creatures on this earth. Scientists actually control the temperature and the amount of exercise an animal can have or will experience so that these factors don't actually change or influence the results of their experiment. Diets are actually designed, and the scientists can actually change small factors so that strong evidence can be obtained about the effect of the factor on the animal.
Okay, so animal experiments are helpful, but they don't really give us a solid answer and to how humans are affected by these diets. It's harder to control the experiments with humans because most of us don't want to really be controlled and be told to exercise or eat right?
Don't tell me what to do.
So instead, they would select matched groups of subjects, which is specific sex, age, health, but most will still be genetically different unless they're twins. Usually, the scientists will find a large group of people and then manage the food they eat and observe their health over the years, but still the statistics aren't really that sure. All they can get are correlations, not causations.
So ever since the Second World War, experiments were already conducted in the UK and the US using military service as volunteers. So these soldiers were basically willing to sacrifice their health or risk their health to extend medical knowledge. So an example is a vitamin C trial in England where 20 volunteers were given a diet containing 70 milligrams of vitamin C. After some period of time, some volunteers still had an intake of 70 milligrams and others reduced to 10. And there was another group that were given no vitamin C at all. And those people that were given no vitamin C got scurvy, which is actually a disease caused by a lack of vitamin C. Anyways, the symptoms of scurvy include swollen, bleeding gums and the opening of previously healed wounds. And some of those soldiers actually even developed more serious heart problems. However, the ones that were given the 10 milligrams and 70 milligrams of vitamin C resulted equally well and actually did not develop scurvy. So basically, they just put their lives in risk just for the results or just for the benefit of medical evolution.
So experiments on the requirements for vitamin C have been done also using guinea pigs. Ironically, they are suitable because they, like humans, cannot synthesize ascorbic acid. During the trials, blood, plasma, and urine were observed, and the guinea pigs were then killed. And the collagen in the bone and skin were tested. The collagen in the guinea pigs with restricted vitamin C had less cross-linking between the protein fibers and had, as a result, lower strength.
So you just see how much research of scientists affect, not only people, but also the animals. And animals are just forced into it because they don't even have an opinion on it. They're just brought in and they're just tested on and, used on. Which goes on to what we're going to talk about next, which are the questions in our textbook.
So let's see. The first question it asks, is it ethically acceptable for doctors or scientists to perform experiments on volunteers where there is a risk that the health of the volunteers will be harmed?
No.
Not ethically.
Yes, I don't honestly think that it's right. You know what? I think the benefit side of things is that doctors need to go through these experiments to, to develop science and develop medical studies.
And to find the answers they need.
That's all they want, answers. And
But
they
then
can't.
again, when you answer the questions you have, then you can build on the knowledge, right? Still, it's bad to experiment on people, especially if they don't have the consent.
You're basically putting your life on the risk if you're allowing scientists to experiment on you. And it's even worse for animals, because if they keep experimenting on one type of animal, they'll keep experimenting on that animal and trying to control variables and those and such sort. I think it's raining right now, so I think we'll just go inside. 1 minute. We have successfully transferred to the inside of my house.
We teleported.
Second question. Sometimes people are paid to participate in medical experiments such as drug trials. Is this more or less acceptable than using unpaid volunteers? More acceptable.
Yeah, it would be more acceptable.
Because they're actually, given some sort of compensation. At least they get something out of it, rather than just after getting experimented on, they might get some sort of disease or some failure of some organ, and then just be sent home and just be like, sorry man, you were the 1% of the population
that had to die.
That had you don't talk to them when you die.
But of course it wouldn't be less acceptable, obviously.
Yeah, so anyways, I think it would be more acceptable.
I agree, because by paying these people, then at least they'll have a reason to risk their lives. At least even if they die, their family will have some money.
I'm not even gonna. So, the third question is
it better to use animals for experiments, or are the ethical objections the same as with humans?
I don't think it's right to do experiments on animals or people. I just don't agree with it. It's just like, why?
They have lives!
They have families. They were born into this world. And then, what is their purpose? To actually just give some sort of medical revelation.
Okay.
Is that the purpose of our lives?
So I think the other side would be, it would be better to use animals than humans. I'm just saying. I know it's bad. Yes, it is bad. But, well, we still need to make experiments, and throughout history we have. And usually every trial that we go through, we have a result or we learn from. And so this is where we are, and this is how we have come to from the past trials, and we learn from those.
Yeah, but to what extent will you keep experimenting on these poor animals? To what extent are you gonna risk that? That there will be no more elephants, no more animals.
I think if we are going to experiment, we should have a set procedure and rules and guidelines so that we do not harm these lives further.
Yeah. They should at least do something about it. And is it acceptable to kill animals so that an experiment can be done?
Okay, hands down, no.
No! No. If you think
No.
that you can just kill some animal because of your experiment, just not even by because it was an accident, just because you needed to, just because you had to see what they had inside of their little tiny organs. You can't do that, okay? You can't. It's mean, and it's not ethical. It's not rational. It's like saying, hey, can you die for me so that I can look inside your heart and just see if it's completely cool there or fine?
I would die for you so you can look inside my heart.
Exactly. It's not even just. How can you live knowing that you killed creatures on this earth just to use them for your experiments?
Come on, man, don't kill animals.
It's not right.
There will always be another method to find the answer, and whether it takes us a long time to achieve, we must wait.
Exactly.
We must be patient.
Exactly.
It's
Thunder, very lightning, very, very frightening me.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Bye.